So this is Urban Promise. We started 33 years ago. We are focused on children and teens in the city here. And we do after-school programs, summer camps. We're the largest private employer of teens in the city. A couple of alternative schools. We build boats. We do everything with kids. We're in East Camden, right on the corner of 36th and Federal Street. And this is sort of our campus, our main hub in the city of Camden. 33 years ago when we started, there really wasn't a lot for young people to do in the city, and especially during the summer months, after school hours. So we really wanted to focus on those out of school hours, get kids off the streets and into programs that would challenge them academically, socially, spiritually, and really have a focus of leadership. And we have this sort of K to college vision for our young people. So you'll meet kids around here at Urban Promise and they'll have been here for 15, 16 years and they've kind of grown up here.
My brother and I, we both started back in 1991 when I was 6 years old. And at the time, Urban Promise was just summer programming. They didn't have all the after-school program, they didn't have the street leader program, they didn't have all the other programs that we offer now to our youth. By the time I was in second, third grade, started attending their after-school program here. Became a street leader at the age of 14, which is the job training program here. And spent my high school years here and was able to attend Eastern University on a full scholarship provided by Urban Promise. So I went there, graduated in 2007, and came back here and started working full-time as a site director since then.
So we offer citywide after-school programs, and those are for children from 3 to 6 o'clock every day. We do extensive summer camps around the city. We build boats, we do experiential learning, we have a wellness program that speaks into some of the trauma our young people have experienced. We're the largest private employer of teens in the city. We hire about 80 to 100 teenagers. We train those teens to be mentors, tutors, coaches for younger kids in the neighborhoods. So we're really teaching youth to be leaders and agents of transformation in their own neighborhoods. So we have two private schools. One is a high school and the other is an elementary school. Lots of one-on-one attention, and we've really seen some amazing results.
The beautiful thing is the transformation that happens in a young person, right? When they recognize that they have just these unique talents, gifts, and abilities to offer the world, and when they feel empowered to do so, and they just blossom into these amazing young people, and that's the beauty of it. It's that transformation that happens. And honestly, 27 years ago, I was one of those kids. I was an insecure teenager full of, pimples, and I walked through these doors and I didn't know who I was. And this was a place where I found safety, to explore and find my voice, a place where I learned leadership skills, and actually the place where I would say my passion was birthed for service. And it's really led to my having a career in child welfare and in really working with marginalized populations. And so I would say that it's an incubator of dreams. Urban Promise is just that place. It's so much more than just programs, but it's a community. If you talk to any of our kids, even myself, I call this my Urban Promise family.
We've seen generations of young people that have, gone off to college that never imagined going to college. We see them come back as teachers, social workers, pastors, business owners. So that's, really exciting because we really believe that in order to transform our cities, we've got to develop leadership from within the community. And then overseas, we've just seen, leaders go back to their countries. They've birthed high schools, after school programs, girls empowerment programs, alternative farms. So really, again, investing in leaders, resourcing leaders, and helping them develop and birth their dreams in their own countries.
The songs, the first one is called Matamando, Apite kwa Yehova. It's sung in Chichewa, which is the vernacular in Malawi, and it basically says, praise be lifted up to God Most High. And we were singing with actions, and you saw us lifting up our hands like that. That was just us lifting up the praise to Jehovah.
So, 20 years ago, we started getting phone calls from leaders in other cities saying, we really want to see Urban Promise come to Toronto and to Wilmington, to Trenton, to Miami. And so we decided we'd come alongside of those leaders and help them birth organizations like this. And then about 12 years ago, we had a young man from Malawi, Africa, show up at my office here in East Camden to do an internship. And that took us to Malawi. And now we recruit emerging leaders from different countries all over the world that have a heart to work with youth in what I would call under-resourced communities. They come here for 2 years. They get a master's degree in nonprofit leadership. They're embedded in a living, breathing nonprofit organization like Urban Promise. They're mentored by more seasoned program people, and then they go back to their countries and they establish Urban Promise type programs. And it's just amazing what we've seen around the world.
My name is Dorothy Kamoto and I'm from Malawi.
My name is Claude Dote and I come from Liberia, West Africa.
My name is Lucy Mkwiniga, and I'm from Malawi.
My name is Gift Nkonka. I'm also from Malawi.
My name is Hamilton Banda and I'm from Malawi.
My name is Chinya Razike. I am from Nigeria.
My name is Lester Nkoma and I'm from Malawi.
I plan to start an organization called Young and Empowered Malawi, and this organization will have an after-school program just to give them a better chance to perform better in their studies.
I plan to go back and start a non-profit that provides education, economic and leadership training opportunities.
I advocate for persons living with a disability, and I hope to continue that when I get back.
I plan to go back into my community and to work with kids and youth with an after-school program, specifically on literacy.
So I'm going to go back to Youth Care Ministries. It's a ministry that I grew up with. They sponsored me through high school and college.
So I'm going to start a non-profit organization working with the street kids. I give them shelter and education.
Plan to go back to Liberia and start a career development mentorship program, especially with emphasis in the performing arts area, and also making sure that those who are struggling with drugs, prostitution, violence issues are moved into schools.
We talk about things being life-giving. It's one of the ways that we check in with our kids. What has been life-giving for you today? And for many of our kids, discovering the arts, whether that's music, playing an instrument, whether that's theater, arts, and drama, the creative arts become an avenue for self-expression, an avenue for healing, an avenue for processing the many things that they've experienced in life that they really don't have an outlet for. And so that's the beauty of music, the creative arts, and just the many, many opportunities, even boat building.
The Bach that I just played is really something that I have been playing for decades and decades, and it's a part of a collection of unaccompanied works for violin, which is kind of the cornerstone of our repertoire. And you start learning these Bach pieces as a child, and then you use them all the way through your career. And there is something so powerful and pure about them. And I was extra inspired to play in this beautiful and visually rich and symbolically rich location with, luckily, beautiful acoustics. Not overly wet, not too dry, just kind of a lot of wooden surfaces and the smell of varnish. And it kind of smells like a violin repair shop here, which I'm very familiar with. There is something so inspiring about UrbanPromise and everything that it offers to the world, really. But there is also something incredibly inspiring that this organization exists right here in downtown Camden.
So my mother, my father, and all my aunts were in UrbanPromise when they were 14, so I'm actually a second generation. At the high school, I went through the experiential learning program. We call it Trekkers or Urban Trekkers. And through that, I found my love for science. Like right here with the boats, we first studied here in a boat program where instead of doing like a math class at the school, we did it here. So we built a boat throughout the year, and then once we were done with the boat, we go and we actually go test the boat on the Cooper River. Right now I'm at Rowan University and I'm a freshman. I'm studying environmental science. I don't know where I would be without UrbanPromise. They definitely guided me throughout my journey with them, and even still now, I'm still connected in so many different ways.
This organization is the embodiment of giving back. And the way they just inspire and excite and empower these young people every single day is just, it touches our hearts. Yeah. I think we could be a little less after 13. Dvořák came and spent quite a bit of time in the United States, and he was so inspired by our multi-layered cultural musical world, sound world. And so all of those spirituals, Native American music, all of that came into this piece, which he was so inspired to call the American String Quartet. And I don't know, there was something when I was trying to figure out what should we play at UrbanPromise that would somehow connect with what these young fellows are doing here. And I thought, I think the American Quartet is the piece. It has a certain kind of forward-looking, bright, salt and light, delightful quality about it. And I think it just represents all that is good in America and what people can glean from their time here and then take back to their own homelands, just like Dvořák. The opportunity to make music with the fellows who are each here for, I think, roughly 2 years was a big surprise to me and a delight. I came over for a kind of a site visit a few weeks ago, and we just kind of asked each of them, tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey, what you hope to accomplish to take back to your homeland from here, from UrbanPromise. And then they said, well, we'd like to sing for you. And I was blown away, and they sang for us. And then we just said, well, gosh, this is a wonderful opportunity to collaborate, not only spiritually, but of course, through the music.
Says everybody testifies that you are good, Jehovah, you are good. And then we sang it in our different languages from our various countries. So we sang it in Chichewa from Malawi, we sang it in Nigerian language and Liberian language. So it represents all of us and our diversity. Thank you.
Everybody